Important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
This is Paul Feinbaum. That'll do it for me today. Coming up next, The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
We aren't a winning school. We are a championship school, and we make legends. Filling the Crimson Tide as they look to continue to rise to the top of the NCAA basketball mountain. On your home for Alabama basketball.
Listen to Alabama basketball all season long on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hi, folks. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, inviting you to come test drive any one of our over 100 F-150s. From rock-solid, dependable work trucks to our state-of-the-art Platinum Series, we've got an F-150 for you. Test drive one today, and you'll understand why the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, going on 48 years in a row. Just as successful offenses and defenses are built on teamwork, Woody Anderson Ford is powered by our people. Our sales and service teams are well-trained to save you time and money. And because we want your business again and again, no one will work harder to earn it. Our mobile service teams come to your home or business for oil changes, brake work, tire rotations, and more. And the great thing is you don't pay extra for it. We come to you with mobile service at no extra charge. Proud to be local, family-owned, and at your service for over 62 years. Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore.
Rocket City? For air that's cool and clean, contact Sensa Green Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Get HVAC smart with Professor Green and the expert team at SensaGreen.com. Now offering up to $1,500 off any new Bryant system. Whatever it takes, Sensa Green has Huntsville covered. Remember, folks, with innovative, sensible green solutions, contact Sensa Green Heating, Cooling, and Insulation.
Have you ever turned your back on God? Have you ever absolutely known the right thing to do and just turned around and walked away in disobedience? I know that I have. Aren't we thankful for our great and merciful God who loves us and forgives us and remembers our sin no more? I'm so thankful that his mercies are fresh every day. I need that, and I suspect you do too. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of Cross Point Church, and if you're looking for a church home, come see us. We're smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison, and check us out at cpcfamily.org.
Hey there, Bob Baumhauer again. March Madness is here, and it's time to hoop it up at Baumhauer's Victory Grill with our Slam Dunk specials. It's nothing but net with a pound of our world-famous wings. Tip it off with our party-ready trays, including traditional wings, buttermilk fried chicken tenders, and hot lips, to name a few. Want a cold beer with those wings? How about $7.99 pitchers of Yingling served all day, 7 days a week? Break out those brackets and bring the gang to the best watch party place in town, Baumhauer's Victory Grill, the true king of wings.
You don't have to go somewhere else just so you can go somewhere new. Plan your next vacation with Huntsville International Airport and Breeze Airways. Enjoy friendly, convenient, nonstop travel to some of the most exciting destinations in the U.S., including the home of 12 world-famous theme parks, Orlando, Florida. With flights starting as low as just $49, Breeze has got you covered with easy, breezy, nonstop flights to Orlando. Make all their dreams come true. Book nonstop to Orlando now at flybreeze.com.
The best in local sports talk from the 256. We are local.
When you're number one, you don't have to worry.
We are award-winning. Thank you for listening. 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You'll be set for life.
WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN The Zone. This hour is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore. Welcome to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, 256-576-4977.
That's how I roll. And I'm not going to drink and drive anymore.
That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Wes and Steve.
A very pleasant good Tuesday evening to you. Welcome into The Drive. I'm on the campus in Nova Southeastern, walking you up to tip-off as the UAH Chargers are still dancing into the Sweet 16. Wes Neighbors is back in the studios of 97.7 ESPN The Zone. And Wes, as much as I'm looking forward to this game, I miss home. We've been here a while, and I miss home. How are you, Wes?
I'm doing good, but I'll trade places with you any day. Just for a week anyway.
Yeah. This will be six days here. And so the place that we are staying at, we're staying at again tonight. And I found out we're flying back late tomorrow night, and we're going to have a full day tomorrow. So I'll figure out something to do here at Fort Lauderdale. But they've got these festivals going on just all the time. There was a car festival today. Yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. No, the car festival is today. St. Patrick's Day, everybody was wearing green except me, and I got pinched twice going through the little lawn area. It's like this. Anyway, I was just like, great. All right.
You don't need to tell us everything, Steve.
Yeah. Is there other news that I don't know about? Because I've just been kind of engrossed in UH Charger basketball. Have you filled out your bracket yet?
Yes, but I got to go find it.
Oh boy.
I was trying to sign up with some family thing, and it got all messed up. And then I've been busy, but I got them all picked.
Okay. You want to share with the class? You don't want to share? Is there any double-digit seed that you really like?
To get to the finals? No.
Oh, no. I mean, usually once you get to the second weekend.
Well, I told you I have Michigan getting upset.
Yeah, that's right. You like the Triton.
Yeah, I would buy. So the first game I always pick using the lines. Then after that, I was reading, a guy came out with all these different things, and if you go by the computers, it should be Duke versus Florida. Yeah.
Well,
I think that's right. Yeah.
I shared earlier because I had to fill in for Tom Abraham because evidently he is so busy this time of year.
Fishing.
That's what he said. He's so busy this time of year. But I shared the ESPN analytics earlier, and I think the one seed that had the largest odds on making it into the Final Four was Florida. So,
well, I was saying, so what this guy talked about Auburn and says, he thinks Auburn will do well.
Yeah.
But no team has ever won the championship losing 3 out of the last 4 games. So they had all these things to eliminate. I mean, you can give a lot of reasons why Auburn can win. One is they consistently won all year long.
Yeah.
But the only team that really I thought felt like just kind of throttled them when they played good was against Florida. I mean, Florida can win it all, but they've had these games where they lost to Georgia, they lost to Tennessee, got blown out by Tennessee. They've had these games where they haven't shown up. So can they show up for what is it? 6 games in a row?
6.
Yeah. So 6 games in a row. We'll see.
Well,
it only takes one bad one.
Yeah, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah, one bad game.
Okay, so here is the ESPN analytics. Duke has a 55% chance of getting out of the East region. Auburn has a 48% chance of getting out of the South region. Florida, I was wrong. Florida has a 33% chance at getting out of the West region, and Houston That's the team. Houston has a 51% chance of getting out of the West region. So the rest of the analytics, let me go back to the East, followed by Duke is Alabama at 19%, then Arizona at 12%, Wisconsin at 7%, and BYU at 2%. The South region,
you know, without Grant Nelson, I give Alabama 0% chance to make the Final Four. So that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah,
right now. Yeah. So without him, with him, you know, I don't know if they can win it all. They haven't played that consistently. Of course, I'll be pulling for them, but you know, that don't mean anything. So.
Did you see Ryan Williams? That garnered some news. He put out his bracket. He had Auburn losing in the first round and Alabama winning the whole thing.
Well, so there you go.
I mean, to each their own, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, that's just that's probably what I'd have. You know, when I was in school.
I didn't know.
I think it's a better chance Alabama loses in the first round versus. Even though I don't think either one of them will.
Yeah.
But I don't know what Alabama's a huge favorite in this game, and I don't know what. Not that it matters, and that's why I go the first round. But you know, Michigan was a 2.5 point favorite, but I went against them because it's like they're trying to get you to bet on Michigan. Michigan just won the Big Ten title. And they're only a 2.5 point favorite over whoever they're playing. I forget who they're even playing.
Alabama plays Robert Morris.
Yeah.
Out of the gate. Let's see here. The lines that you mentioned about Texas A&M is a 7.5 point favorite over Yale. Missouri is a 6.5 point favorite over Drake. I'm just trying to get the SEC lines. Mississippi State is a 1.5 point favorite over Baylor. Alabama is a 22.5 point favorite over the Colonels of Robert Morris. Man, that's a big number. St. Mary's is a 3.5 point favorite over Vanderbilt. I don't see a line for the Ole Miss.
Yeah,
well,
Jay Bayless picked Vanderbilt to win that game.
Oh, really? Florida is a 28.5 point favorite over Norfolk State. Kentucky is a 10.5 point favorite over the Troy Trojans.
Yes.
So that would be a big marquee win for an in-state school in Troy if that were to happen.
You know, that number 22 for Kentucky is really, really good.
He is.
He can stay out of foul trouble. He got in a little foul trouble against Alabama. And then got tired at the end. That's the other thing, is with their injuries, the depth of Kentucky and not having the point guards and, wearing out their forwards, bringing the ball up every time. That's where you don't think about that would affect. And those guys got tired against Alabama.
UConn is a 4.5 point favorite over Oklahoma. And
so I think I had Oklahoma, Mississippi State, and Ole Miss, I think, losing in the first round.
Okay.
I'm just going by memory. I'm not looking at anything.
I would think there's this growing narrative. Boy, I sure hope the SEC doesn't tank. Boy. And I think of the Sweet 16, if there is at least half the teams by the time we get to the Sweet 16 Sunday night that are from the SEC, that's a win.
Oh, I think got half the teams. I would think so. Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen though. I don't think they'll have half the teams.
You think what's the number you want to set? What's the number?
I think 6 would be out of a 14 team. 6 would be respectable. 5 or 6 of the
so 16. Yeah, 16 teams. Yeah. So
how many? I said how many SEC schools would have to play each other?
Well, that's a good point. So Alabama may have to play Vanderbilt.
Yeah, so
in the second round. So I know that's a very valid point. Anyway, back to the analytics, just to let you know what ESPN Analytics is saying. The East, no, excuse me, I went through the East. The South has Auburn a 48% chance of getting out, followed by Iowa State at 20%, Michigan State at 14%, and Texas A&M, I'm sorry, Drew, Texas A&M at 7%. The West, Florida at 33%, followed by Texas Tech at 22%, St. John's at 19%, and Maryland at 14%. And Midwest is Houston at 51%, followed by Tennessee at 22%. Third on the list is Kentucky, a 7% chance for the Wildcats to get out of that region, followed by Purdue at 5%, then Clemson at 4%. So that is, remind me never to eat popcorn right before a show. Mick Hedgespeth, the head coach, eats popcorn before every game, came over and handed me a bag and said, here, finish it off. Man, oh man, that popcorn is dry. Anyway, if you'd like to join us, you can do so on the Neighbors Wealth Management hotline at 256-576-4977, the telephone number. And we're going over there. I'm getting notes now on filling out my South Region All-Tournament ballot right now, Wes. So that's what is Sam's doing his best on. He doesn't. Do you know that I'm on the air right now? Anyway. So brackets need to be filled out, and what you need to do is head over to our website, 977espn.com, and John actually updated the image. It says Men's Tournament Challenge, brought to you by Talent Heating and Air, and we appreciate the fine folks at Talent Heating and Air being our presenting sponsor for our tournament challenge. So participate in it, and you've got till Thursday. Now, the first four begins tonight. And because the Chargers are still dancing, we're obviously going to have it over these airwaves. So over on Talk Radio, WZZN, coming up in a little over 15 minutes from right now, you'll hear the Hornets of Alabama State taking on St. Francis. And that'll be followed by North Carolina taking on, I believe, Xavier. It's North Carolina and San Diego State. Xavier plays Texas tomorrow. So a lot of hoops going on. And then Thursday, our coverage of the NCAA tournament begins at 10 a.m. on Thursday and 10 a.m. on Friday for our marathon of basketball coverage. I heard that Baumhauer spot right before. Baumhauer's would be a fantastic place to go Thursday and Friday and just set up shop right there.
Just set up camp. And the weather should be nice if you've been on the patio.
Yeah. So the weather is nice up there?
Oh, it's kind of warm, actually. Could be better. They're talking about maybe some rain later on. We'll have an update from Jordan Dressman here in a little bit from Fox 54. But right now, it's gorgeous. It's good pork sitting weather.
Outstanding. Well, this has been quite the run here for the UAH Chargers. This is the 7th regional championship game that the Chargers have participated in. They've never won a road game for a regional. And the last time that we were in a regional on the road was 2 years ago, back in 2023, here at Nova. And one interesting fact is heading into this tournament, Wes, the Chargers were 0-1 against Tampa, beat Tampa in the first round. We were 0-1 against Florida Southern. We beat Florida Southern in the second round, and all the time we're 0-1 against Nova. So it feels like let's play it out. Let's see what happens.
Let's do it.
Are you okay back there?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just listening to you ramble.
I'm good at that.
We're just over here staring at each other.
Yeah.
Letting you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been quite the journey here down in Fort Lauderdale.
So how many games, if they win this game, what happens then?
Then they would go to the Elite Eight, which is in Evansville, Indiana. and that game would be next Tuesday. So there's a little bit of leeway time between tonight and next Tuesday, the 25th, where I get to come home and see my wife for a second, maybe my daughter for a second. And by the way, there's also a big Havoc weekend as well. I'm excited to see Peoria. The Rivermen are coming into town this weekend. That series is already sold out between Huntsville and Peoria. That's the top two teams in the SPHL right there. It'll be sellouts number 42 and 43 for the Huntsville Havoc. And it's amazing what the Havoc organization has done there. It is a big-time atmosphere there at the VBC. And I was told earlier today that the roof is fixed. They heard us.
Good.
They heard us. They heard us yesterday.
Well, how could you not? I mean, that was huge news.
And you can get a great update.
How did they get Mark Russell up there to fix it?
Crane? I mean,
man. No, I'm going to tell you, the Huntsville Sports Commission does a great job, and there's something to do every weekend. All you have to do is follow that 35801 or 10 or whatever it is. And
now who's rambling?
Just rolls right off the tongue.
It just rolls right off the tongue.
You can find out more about the Havoc tonight. Joe Hunk is getting set up for the Havoc
That's
Zone.
Exactly where I was
It'll
about
be
to go.
on WZZM TV here coming up in just about 44 minutes or so. Joe Hunk sits down there. The Havoc, it'll have all sorts of stuff, and maybe they'll have a roof update for us. Anyway, and if you'd like to see it in person, there at Zambrowski's Tavern down at the Ice Sports Complex off Allen Intro.
No problems with that roof.
No, that one's fine. Come hang out and tell Joe I sent you.
Let's go ahead and take our first time out. Believe it or not, final call for phone calls on the other side, because our pregame for UH Charger basketball comes up right around the corner. It's Sweet 16 as the Chargers and Sharks square off.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and I'm here to tell you it's truck month. No payments for 90 days on 24 and 25 models of F-150, Ranger, Maverick, Super Duty, and Lightning. We've got over 220 F-150s for you to choose from with generous finance rates and the best deals of the year on America's best-selling truck for 48 years in a row. Great deals on Bronco, Bronco Sport, Expedition, and Explorer 2. Come check those out. But right now at Woody Anderson Ford, you can drive a 2024 F-150 XLT Hybrid for as little as $339 a month. $339 for an F-150. That's a 36-month lease with $64.48 due at signing, 0 security deposit, just tax tag title, and your good credit. This offer ends $331.25. Call us at 539-9441 for complete details. Over 220 F-150s and nearly 50 Rangers and Maverick pickups to choose from, all with great sales incentives and 0 payments for 90 days. Woody Anderson Ford, we hope to see you soon.
The state's largest orthopedic group is growing to meet the needs of the patients in our community. The Orthopedic Center has long been the most trusted name in orthopedics in North Alabama. So as our area continues on the fast track, so does the need for premier orthopedic care anywhere and anytime you need it. TOC is proud to announce the opening of our new locations in Albertville and Hampton Cove, along with the grand opening of our newest office in Decatur. These clinics will offer the same high-quality orthopedic care you have come to associate with TOC, with the convenience of being closer to home. As a patient, your time is your most precious asset, and we recognize that at TOC. That's why we are also proud to announce the opening of our urgent ortho clinics to handle those bumps and bruises that need prompt attention. These clinics are available to care for acute orthopedic injuries with no appointment necessary. With 38 physicians, 20 centers of excellence, and now more than a dozen locations to serve you, TOC will continue to be the name you turn to for the best orthopedic care at the right time. Visit our website at visittoc.com for more information. TOC, helping you live a better life.
The company is Eagle Masonry and Insulation, but did you know they're also Eagle Landscaping and Dirt Work? Eagle can take care of all your landscaping needs, including irrigation, sod work, and planting, both plants and trees. On the dirt work side, Eagle can grade and build your pads, haul dirt in or out, and even do erosion control. Philip Love and his team can do it all for you. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
I'm here with Stan McDonald of Jacob Title. Stan, I've heard that every real estate closing at Jacob Title is a very big deal. Why is that?
Wes, I'm reminded of a very impactful statement that I heard from Coach Gene Stallings years ago when he talked about big games and little games. He said he didn't like that comparison. He says, because try losing one of those little games. And if you ever do, it ends up being the biggest game all year long. Well, it's the same thing with real estate closings. Every game, every closing is a very big deal at Jacob Title. Because when it's your closing and your contract on the line, it's a very big deal. And we understand that at Jacob Title.
So it sounds like whether your client is a first-time residential buyer or a multi-million-dollar investor, they can expect your A game.
That's exactly right. As a matter of fact, when you bring your real estate closing to us at Jacob Title, we understand it's all about trust and confidence. And when Stan McDonald tells you that a chicken dips snuff, you can look under his wing for the box.
And like Beebs likes to say, there's no doubt about it.
This segment of The Drive is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, located online at woodyAndersonFord.com with 2 locations, Hughes Road in Madison and Jordan Lane in Huntsville.
Tuesday edition of The Drive, along with West Neighbors, Steve Moulton here with you. Winding down a very quick show. Hey, Wes, did you see what happened with South Alabama? This story did happen as South Alabama's invitation to the NIT was rescinded in what was a mistake by the committee.
How does that happen?
That is what the administrative staff down at USA is trying to figure out, as well as the Sun Belt Commissioner, as they initially invited South Alabama, but then rescinded it as they were on the bubble list. And according to head coach Richie Riley from AL.com, quote, "It's just unfair to our players. We got a team with 0 NIL. They're a bunch of underdogs, and they fought their keisters off. I'll put it that way. And I got to tell them right now that they're not in the NIT because of somebody else's mistake. It's an absolute joke."
Yeah, I agree. I mean, how did that sounds shaky at best.
Doesn't it? Well, you got a West Virginia governor getting ready to sue the NCAA because the Mountaineers didn't make the big dance as well.
Well, they had to get North Carolina in there.
There's always room for North Carolina,
They had
right?
one quad. What is it? Quad one win.
One quad, one win. And I think we all remember what Alabama did up there in Tobacco Road as they just dismantled North Carolina in the non-conference season. South Alabama did end the year with a 21-11 record, but their Ken Palm ranking was in the 100s. So they were on the bubble in a big way. And some people were surprised to see South Alabama's name on the NIT list. But they lost to Arkansas State in the semifinals of the Sun Belt Tournament. And evidently the NIT they're getting ready to tip it up, and South Alabama is not a part of it due to a mistake by those in charge there of the NIT.
But they told them they were at the beginning, right?
That's right. How about that phone call?
Yeah. No.
Doesn't look good.
Well, they're probably better off not playing in the NIT anyway. Nobody watched it.
I'm going home to watch the Jacksonville State tonight.
Are they in the NIT?
Yes, they are.
Well,
they're in the NIT.
Yeah. Yeah. What about the team Jacksonville State played?
Liberty?
Yeah. Liberty, they had the smallest guys in captivity I've ever seen play basketball.
Yeah, but they
missed.
Yeah, but they get the money's worth out of them. I mean,
yeah.
good grief.
I mean, they were. That was interesting to watch.
That's what a private school can do for you. I mean,
Liberty is now taking on Oregon. They're in the East bracket. That's a 5-12 matchup between Oregon and Liberty. Do you remember who you picked in that one?
What was the line? I don't know. Liberty's fun to watch because
they are.
They look like they're the. I mean, some of them look like they're 10. I mean, they look so young.
I'm not gonna count them
out. What was the line? If it was close, I would have picked Liberty.
Let me try to look up that one in particular.
If they're favored, I definitely did. But if it's close, and I thought, then I might have gone with Liberty. I don't think I did though. I think it was like a 8.9.
I mean, a lot of people do have that 5-12 matchup, and a decent amount of 12s have gotten by. Oregon is a 6.5-point favorite over Liberty.
Yeah, I think I went with Oregon.
It's a decent little spread between the Ducks and the Flames right there.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty good Cinderella story.
Yeah, I might have bet Liberty, though. I mean,
well, you've got the Tritons over the Wolverines. That's a 12-5 matchup, too.
Yeah, but that was...
that's 2.5.
Yeah,
that's 2.5.
I'm just feeling shades of Valparaiso from years ago.
That's right. A little Scott Drew action. And the other 5-12 matchups, Colorado State and Memphis. That's in the West bracket. And McNeese State, or I'm sorry, they dropped the state. It's just McNeese taking on Clemson. That's a 5-12 matchup as well. And you mentioned about the potential SEC matchups. Let's see here in the second round that we may see Tennessee and Kentucky. That would be a Sweet 16 matchup in the Midwest. Over in the East bracket, Mississippi State is over there. They would not take on an SEC team until, the Sweet 16 over there too. The Alabama Vandy really kind of stands out right there.
Vanderbilt's a dog, though, in that game.
They are.
Yeah,
they are.
I don't even think I have Vanderbilt winning.
They're a football school.
Aren't they? All right, if you enjoyed this short show, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow because I'll be in the air. So maybe Drew DeArmond will fill in for me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What kind of line you giving on this one here tonight between Nova, a team that has won 83 consecutive home games against UAH, who's won 32 in a row? Give me a line.
Well, I'd say that the line would be Nova by 5. I'm going with the Chargers.
I like it. Talk to you tomorrow.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Hi, this is Wes Neighbors.